Hello, juicy good lifers. I am Sarah Stokes, and I wanted to come to you today to talk about what is your red flag? What do I mean by red flag? Okay, if you are familiar with Brene Brown's work, she talks a lot about how we numb our feelings, whether it's joy, whether it's fear, whatever feeling it is, sometimes we numb. And numbing options include food, alcohol, um, perhaps poor choices, maybe vices. All of these things are numbing. So if my face is in a bag of potato chips, or if I am shopping, there's a numbing moment. Shopping at TJ Maxx, delicious numbing, am I right? So, however we numb, that's a whole different topic, but rewind pre-numbing. How can you catch yourself when you are off balance? So I'll explain why I'm talking about this today. First of all, if you missed the last live, I talked about why the Juicy Good Life exists and where it came from. Well, it is all about strategies for stress and success and to prevent women from burning out or hating what they're doing because they just haven't filled their own cups. We haven't had that self-care. We haven't taken the time to actually put the things in our calendar that we enjoy so that we have enough energy to bring these businesses and these babies to the world, right? So that's why the Juicy Good Life exists. So why are we talking about this? Because I want to take you step by step through perhaps that process out of burnout syndrome, or out of burnout symptoms rather, and into the Juicy Good Life. And I want to put a disclaimer out there. The Juicy Good Life doesn't mean life is perfect. Life is not going to be perfect, especially in motherhood, in business life, in just being a woman. Life is not going to be perfect. So disclaimers out there, reminder of what the Juicy Good Life is out there. Now let's talk about how we can tell when we are out of whack. So what I mean by this is, when I read Brene Brown's work about numbing, so The Gifts of Imperfection was a great book to start with. It opened my eyes to, oh my goodness, okay, I know that overeating is something I do, and emotional eating is something that people have named for years, but I never looked at it as numbing. And I certainly didn't want to find out why I was numbing. So I knew stress eating was a thing, has been forever. Well, I've started to kind of dig deep, and that's a whole nother day and a whole nother piece of work for us all to do. And we'll get there at Juicy Good Life in our membership trainings. But my friend and I, my goal mate, Jody, and I do a lot of work in the mornings when we're walking or working out. We talk about all kinds of things. And one day we were working out, and we talked about the previous day, and I had been numbing with something, and she told me a story of how she realized that she's out of whack, and she will know she's out of whack when she's shopping for a puppy. I had never heard that before. I thought that was so cute and funny, but also like, wow, that is a telltale sign. She said, so if you ever see me shopping for a puppy, you know that I am out of whack and I haven't been doing self-care. So Jody, thank you for letting me share that story. And she is a certified life coach, so you and a medical doctor too, which is handy, and great best friend combination. She will come to you as part of the Juicy Good Life to share her wisdom as well. But back to the numbing. So that's how Jody knows she's out of whack. And she asked me, how can you tell when you're out of balance? What does it look like? How does it manifest in your home and your life? And I said, okay, you're real easy. First of all, there's going to be a lot of laundry baskets in my closet overflowing with clothes that need to be put away. Second of all, my dishwasher is going to be unattended to, and there's going to be dishwashers or dishes everywhere in the kitchen. And then it's going to sprinkle its way into the living room, and we're going to have a disastrous living room. And that's at home. And at work, it's going to be a messy desk. It's going to be papers on every flat surface. And it drives me insane, obviously. Mess equals stress. So I quickly realized that, okay, I'm going to watch. And if I tend to these things, it tends to clear my mind. So if you want a vicious cycle, well, there you have it. So you can turn it around and turn it into a positive cycle. So vicious cycle is you're stressed, you're numbing, you're feeling bad about yourself, you're overeating, you're not picking up your mess after yourself at home, you can't have possibly enough energy to do those dishes or even deal with them, and then the mess compounds, and then it creates more stress, and repeat the cycle. So let's reverse the cycle and figure out what is our out of balance red flag. How do we know when we're numbing? So what is it for you? I'd love to know in the comments, and then let's reverse engineer it. So if you numb with shopping, and you find yourself in the middle of a fabulous aisle at Pier 1 or wherever you like to shop, and you're whipping out your credit card, and then the shame bomb explodes, right? How can we stop ahead of that and fill our own cups with healthy, wonderful choices instead of the numbing choices? So before our dishes stack up, before my desk gets any messier, before I'm in the middle of a TJ Maxx aisle, before I'm knee deep in Oreos, oh my goodness, I can eat Oreos when I'm stressed. What can I do to fill my cup? So take a minute, think about, what does stress show up like in your life? What numbing things do you do? And how can we rewind to 2 steps before that happens? Can you take a bath? Can you go for a walk? Can you block out a delicious 3 hours on a Friday afternoon and sneak out and go to a movie? What is it that would actually make you feel rested and relaxed instead of totally stressed and wanting to numb? So way before the 17th episode of whatever Netflix show you're binging on, what would it be like to go to bed early that night with an awesome book that fills your soul up? How would that feel? Does that feel better or worse? One of the things we like to talk about with my wonderful friends and healers out there is shackles on or shackles off. Is this choice feeling like I'm handcuffed, shackles on, or is this choice feeling like I'm free, shackles off? So before we buy the Oreos, before we throw those clothes on the floor instead of just taking care of business, let's fill our cups. We're going to talk a lot about filling our own pitchers in Juicy Good Life and easy strategies, easy ahas, just like this numbing. Pinpoint what you numb with and how you can tell when you're out of whack. And then find a way to simply just back up 2 steps and put something in the calendar for yourself. Make you a priority, and everyone in your life will be better for it. You'll bring a better self to work and home. So I love you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Make sure to carve out some juicy good time for yourself this week. And I cannot wait to tell you more about the Juicy Good Life, strategies for stress and success. The membership option is coming soon, and it's a great option for those of you who want to really just take that life and business to the next level in a juicy, good way. Thanks for listening. I am so excited to finally be able to do this every week with you. It fills my soul to talk with you about this because we're all here to help each other. So thank you so much and have a wonderful, wonderful day.